Here are 4 tips for your midterms aftercare.
So looking back, it's been maybe 2 years now since I graduated college, and it gets me thinking to just that first test. That first test I took, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself okay, this first test is gonna indicate how the rest of my semester is going. And in reality, that wasn't the best and healthiest way for me to go, because I was putting this extra pressure on myself. I was getting really anxious to take the test. So from then I started thinking, you know what, my first test is a baseline. So whatever I get on this test, I'm gonna work from there. There's only going up from here. So that's how I kind of changed my mindset in taking a test. Like every semester, every class is different, professor's different. So you know what, every first test is a baseline and I'm gonna work from here. That's how I kind of managed some of that test anxiety I was getting whenever it came to midterms, first exams, anything of that nature.
I know a lot of students kind of just take their tests like results as, face value, like this is it. But you actually can contest, I guess, in a way, your grade. If you think, what happened? Why did I get this question wrong? Or even if you just want to walk through and see what you did wrong and you want to change, like professors will appreciate that and they will be open to, helping you out and walking your grade, and maybe even throwing an extra point or two. Because actually, this happened for me. I had a class where I was like, it's 89. And I was like, ma'am, I need, and she bumped it up, like we went through some of it. So you never know till you try. So, ask your professors.
Just jumping off of that, like, kind of like me developing this mindset of mine of like, taking the first test as a baseline was also from knowing that after the test, I can go to office hours and get that clarification I need. Because sometimes I would get anxious as I'm taking the test, and the 30 minutes into the test, I was like second guessing myself on like 5 questions. And then time was up basically, and I was still like sitting there in my anxious energy. And I was like, the only way to really combat that was going to office hours, maybe 3 days or a week once the grades were back on the website. And then just going to ask the professor and asking him like, hey, like I was really like stuck on these questions, like can we walk through them? And they were more than willing to walk with me, give me feedback, even give me like test strategies, because they've seen students through the class several times, so they're aware that certain questions might be more difficult than others.
So after you've taken your exams, don't just be like, I know sometimes because of how much anxiety goes for midterms, I did this a couple of times to myself. I just want to put it behind me and move on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even checking. I don't want any of that. But it's also important to kind of sit down and kind of evaluate, do a little bit of introspection. Like what went wrong? What went right? What do I need to change? What do I need to keep doing because it worked again? So it doesn't always have to be bad. Sometimes some things work and you want to take that into your next exam. So make a plan about if you want to improve, if you want to maintain your grade, what is that going to look like? Is it going to office hours, joining a study group, and all of that? So you need to know how to move forward, because that next exam is going to come around and you want to be better prepared.
Even regardless on how you think you did or didn't, you need to reward yourself. You showed up for the test, you studied the best you could, and now do something fun. Like go get ice cream, go out, have dinner with your friend, watch a movie with your mom, whatever it might be.
Sleep in.
Yeah, sleep in the next day.
Just treat yourself, and emphasis on no matter how you think you did, because sometimes you punish yourself on it like unconsciously. So you need to intentionally reward yourself, even if you didn't think you made like a good grade. Still, again, you showed up. That's a lot of anxiety going into that. Your body needs to recover from that. So treat yourself.